Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm just going to make a real quick, kind of like a real fast announcement for you guys, and maybe like a little bit of an update, but this video is basically, I'm going to talk about YouTube's new terms and services and how that's going to affect the channel like in a really big way, and has already. So if some of you don't know who aren't YouTubers, YouTube's updated their monetization rules, their terms and service rules for if you monetize videos and past videos. So I went from, be completely honest with you guys, I went from making about $300 a month from my Google AdSense to about $189 a month overnight. Once I signed the new terms and services or whatever YouTube's agreement, they went ahead and went back to old videos and demonetized like most of them. So, you know, my ad revenue now is like nothing. It wasn't really too over the top anyway, but as far as the future of this channel goes, I just don't see it getting any better in any way to make money on Google AdSense. You got guys like Fastlane D who are blurring out wheelies. You know, you're blurring out your speed on your bike, even if you're doing like 10 miles over. It's not that we're worried about the police and all that stuff or whatever. I mean, that is obviously a concern, but it's more or less YouTube. They demonetize the videos when you're speeding, whether they know the speed limit of the road or not, doesn't really matter. If they feel like you're aggressively driving or whatever, they demonetize the video. So it's really going to affect like gaming channels a whole lot too, because they really have changed like their terms of service for like blood and gore and like shootings. I won't say mass shootings, but if you're doing things like GTA where you're just going around shooting like a bunch of people or whatever, which is kind of fucked anyway in my eyes, but it's a big thing for those channels, and they make money on it. People watch, it's entertaining, and it's just a game. When you really, at the end of the day, it's just a game, right? But this is YouTube's platform, and you do got to play by their rules, which is absolutely fine. 100%. I've been playing by their rules for 6 years now. But when you sign a new deal, and I sign that, and then they go back and penalize my old videos for following the rules that they had then, that's where it's like, dude, really? It's like, so, but it is what it is, and there's really not a whole lot you could do about it. I mean, I'm not going anywhere on this platform. It is still the best platform to release video content, even with TikTok and Instagram. Instagram's cool for shorts with 360 videos, but for my main thing, YouTube is the very best. It is the best way I make money. I think I am starting to make a little bit of money on Instagram, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going anywhere on YouTube. But the problem I'm having now is, now I'm losing money from Google AdSense. So the channel isn't going to grow from any kind of videos that I'm going to release. So if they're actually taking money from past videos, there's no possible way for me to be like, okay, well, maybe I could do this and fix this. The bike content isn't going nowhere. So I can tell you guys right now that any kind of educational video that I do as far as motorcycles, whether it's an upgrade for just a windscreen or the grips that I'm installing soon, or the massive crazy exhaust job that we're going to be doing in about 4 weeks, or anything like that, is all going to be on Patreon. Any kind of giveaway, like we did do the Instagram giveaway from Raven Moto, but for now on, all that stuff's going to be Patreon only. So if you guys want to go ahead and become a patron, it's super cheap, and there will be only Patreon videos just on Patreon. And in the future of this channel, that is going to be the only way to win the helmets, to win gear, to win a motorcycle. And I promise you guys that there will be a day to come where we give away an entire motorcycle on this channel. It is going to happen. Whether I got to buy the bike outright and do it, or it comes from Patreon support, it is going to happen. Now, the faster I get patrons, the faster that can happen. But even if I don't have the patron support from the money, I will buy a bike and give it away. And it's just something I want to do to give back to the community. It's not going to be a super expensive motorcycle at first. Probably going to be like a ZX4 if they come out with that, or the Ninja400, something like a beginner bike. But we're going to start out with gear, but first. But in any case, that's neither here nor there, and those are future plans, and I don't really like to talk about future stuff. But I just want to kind of pass it on to you guys that if you do want to become a patron member, that will be really the best way to support the channel as far as like funding goes, because Google AdSense, it doesn't exist. And now my videos from the past are being penalized, and it's not just me, it's every YouTuber across the entire platform is complaining about this. I just signed it the other day, and I realized, I checked my ad revenue, and I'm like, holy crap, I just lost $100 overnight. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like much, 300, but when I let that sit for like a couple of weeks and I don't touch it, I mean, it really adds up to like a little over $1,000, you know, if I don't touch it for a little while. And it really does make a difference. Now that money comes automatically in direct deposit into my account, but I don't touch that separate account that I have. I don't usually touch. That's tied to my Raven Moto. It's tied to my Jade Black. It's tied to Santalucia. It's tied to all my affiliate programs. And so if you guys don't know, there are 3 different affiliate programs on this channel that I have. The biggest one is Raven Moto. We've made Raven Moto $22,000 last year. I thought it was 20. I re-looked, it's $22,000. That's an insane amount of money. You guys are buying their gear like crazy, which tells me you love it. I even have guys going back to buy stuff, and I know that because Raven Moto tells me, like, people are buying stuff over and over, like, they love it. It's just, they make really, really good, solid riding street gear. I don't know about their race gear. I can't speak for their race gear, but I know about their racing gloves. Like this Envy glove right here is absolutely insanely, I got cinematic camera on, but it's just a really, really nice full gauntlet race glove that you will not be disappointed in. Anything that Raven Moto makes, it's top notch. And if you have a bike like this, or any kind of bike, it really doesn't matter, you're gonna want really good gear, right? And Raven Moto makes it. They make some good stuff. So if you're going to use my discount code, which is Hardcity, all caps, that gets you 10% off. It also gets me the commission from you using that code. Now, Santalucia is a fragrance company. You know, hey, you guys want to smell good and look good and feel good, Santalucia, I'll leave the link below. You can use my discount code as well, which is Hardcity. All the discount codes will be below. Just click the link and I'll be automatically tied into that or whatever. And then Jade Black is a sunglasses company. They make really, really nice sunglasses. They're cheap. They're like designer frames, but they're on the cheaper end of it. So you're not like paying $300-400 for these sunglasses. You're paying like $50-60 for really, really nice sunglasses. So Jade Black, Santalucia, Raven Moto is the big one, and then obviously Patreon. Those are the best way to support the channel. Those are going to be the only way for me to keep this thing going. Now, if I don't make any money, whatever, it's not like I'm just going to quit. I mean, you got to pretty much just fall on your face. I mean, when you start a business, ooh, I just bit my tongue. When you start a business, you don't really make tons of money out of the gate if you're not willing to suffer for years and years. It may be 5 years before you make a freaking single dime. Now, my YouTube channel always made money. I mean, $0 or making $12 a month is more than $0, right? So I count that as actually like a come up, right? It's $12 more than I had. Now, when I make $1,000 a month from everything from my YouTube, that's actually not bad, right? That's pretty good. But it's not enough to give you guys helmets. It's not enough to do the things I want to do. It's not enough to give away motorcycles. And it's not enough to quit my day job and take this thing to another level, buy more expensive cameras, just all the things I want to do for this channel, buy a shop so we could do upgrades, biker builds. I mean, a lot of you guys know that I'm a very, very mechanically inclined individual. I work at Tesla. I work on robots. I work on the robots at the Gigafactory. I'm a maintenance technician there, and I'm really good at what I do. So, and actually recently they have put me in charge of an entire area. And I'm not allowed to talk about, and I won't talk about the things that goes on there or the things that I do there, but in just a few months, I've been left in charge of an entire very, 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 very important area of the building. So that's awesome for me, and I'm really happy about that, and I have no intentions of ever leaving Tesla anytime soon. I actually just bought a Tesla, so that's awesome too. And I just love the company. I love what it stands for. I love what we do. But with that being said, I am very mechanically inclined, and I am very, very good at working on bikes and doing stuff on bikes. And I don't know too much about getting into like the engine part of it. Like, I could do it if I really studied hard out, like how to adjust the valves and how to do the Desmo and all that stuff. But as far as like putting new fork seals in or fork stuff or brakes or any kind of like really minimal maintenance requirements that you would do on any bike, I can do that by just you know, looking at diagrams and directions and stuff like that. I'm very mechanically inclined. I can figure it out, right? But deep engine work, adjusting pistons, boring out things, checking valve clearances and all that stuff. And that's something where I need a lot more work, where I would hire a mechanic to do that. But those are big goals for the channel that I want to do, and I absolutely cannot do that without your guys' support. Whether it's you guys actually paying a subscription fee, which is like, gosh, I think some of you pay $9 a month, which is awesome, and thank you so much, because there's really like no actual content on, well, there is videos on Patreon, but it's nothing crazy yet. But I'm telling you guys, it is coming, and there will be only Patreon videos. And it's not like I'm just going to be releasing video content on Patreon that is going to be released on YouTube like a short time later. Like, you know how a lot of YouTubers are like, oh, you get early access. This is not an early access thing. This is exclusive content only on Patreon. We're going to be talking about like personal stuff. It's the best way for you guys to interact with me. Don't try to Instagram DM me. Don't try to Facebook message me. Don't try to email me. The absolute best way and the only way to get a hold of me is through Patreon. And I know maybe that sounds a little selfish, but like, this is my job and this is how I make money. And I do consider this a job now, not a hobby. So, and I know it's a very fun job, and it's like, you know, but it is hard to get in front of the camera and talk and be able to like just be on topic and stay on point and not like mess up, and, you know, make it entertaining, have a good story. But in any case, that is the best way to support the channel, is through the Patreon and buying through the links, whether it's Raven Moto, Jade Black, or Santalucia, any of those three. I mean, that really does help. And I know you guys wear sunglasses. I know you guys like to smell good when you're going on dates. And so I actually have an Essentials. Essentials is like regular t-shirts, but they're made out of bamboo and cotton. And they are, Essentials is another company which is tied into Jose Zuniga's YouTube channel, and he's a fashion guy. But they're just like bamboo cotton t-shirts. They're really nice for the gym if you like to work out. I do that a lot, so that's also going to be down there. So, but yeah, anyway, besides like paying for any of that, also the best way is to subscribe. Like subscribing and just commenting, liking, sharing the content. That really helps me out, like, more than you know. It gets me in a better place in the algorithm on YouTube. We're just about to hit 20,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane to me. Like, I remember when I had 600 or 100 subscribers here, and I remember thinking like, man, 20,000 is so out of reach to me. Like, like, how does that even how do you even get that, right? Well, here we are, and 20,000. It took quite some time to get there, not as fast as other YouTubers. And I have people, oh, you put in so much work and you get little return. And yes, that is true. My video content views have gone down a lot in the last few months, mainly because of this bike. And then compared to like the Ninja400 videos, yes, this bike does not get as much views as the Ninja400. There's a very simple explanation for that. The Ninja400 is a bike that people look at that don't have bikes. Nobody who don't have a nobody who doesn't have a motorcycle right now is looking at a Panigale as their first bike. So it's a lot of people who didn't have motorcycles could kind of resonate with my videos, because they were like, oh, maybe I should get that. They're not thinking about, this bike isn't something people who don't have bikes are typing into Google. This is a very niche kind of bike, and that's kind of me biting my own butt for that, you know, and I'm saying butt because you literally cannot curse on YouTube anymore without getting demonetized. So that's kind of where I'm at, guys, and I just wanted to give a quick update. It does suck, it is what it is, but it looks like Google AdSense is just not a thing that's going to exist at all. I'm pretty much just going to not even monetize my videos at this point. So I really do need your guys' help. I'm not going to beg and ask and be like, I need to feed my dog and all this. Like, I have money. I make a lot of money at work. It's not a big deal. But in order for this channel to operate the way I want it to in the future, I can't keep taking money out of my paycheck for work to fund the YouTube channel anymore. It's just not going to work like that. So this has to operate itself. And in order for that to happen, I need your guys' help. So if you're willing to do that, thank you. If not, that's fine too. Just like, share, subscribe, and do the regular things that you've always been doing. I appreciate either way what you guys do. And remember, Raven Moto, that's our #1 thing on this channel. I could really, you know, use help with the sunglasses and the fragrance and the t-shirts. That's awesome. I do want to start my own brand. I do want to do all these things, but like I said, I can't do it without you guys, and it's very, very important that it's not in, well, I don't want to say it's very important that I make that work. Is if I want this, it's not important that I get, I'm trying to not fuck this up. It's not important that I get you guys to sign up. What's important is that I make this work and run itself on its own money, not like from me taking money out of my paychecks every week and funding the channel with like, which I've been doing for a majority of my YouTube career. It's like $100 a week goes into the YouTube channel just so I can like buy a camera or buy the GoPro. It took me 5 months to buy the GoPro Hero 10 because I put $100 a week away for it. That's how I bought the Hero 10. That's why it took me 5-6 months to get the damn thing. Plus the batteries and everything else, the cage, the mount. It's very expensive, and you know, it is what it is. And you know, the rear tire on this bike was super expensive. I don't have that right now without Raven Moto. I don't get to Texas with gas without Raven Moto, without you guys buying the gear from Raven Moto. I don't even have gas money to get to Texas, and that's real talk. Like, I'm not even bullshitting you guys. They paid me the money for the affiliate when I asked them to, and it got me the gas money to get to Texas. So it does help. It goes a long way. It saves my butt a lot of times, and either way, I appreciate you guys for whatever you do. But anyway, thank you guys so much for everything. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.